Hi, this is Dave DeCoteau. I'm the guest MC of D-Day at the B-Movies Vidcast for launching Delirium Magazine number 4. Let's talk to some of the guests. How you doing there, man?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You having fun?
I am having a lot of fun. It's great to be here.
Look, there's a lot of magazines we're signing.
Look at all these magazines. Great magazine, too. Delirium.
Nivek, thanks for coming.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's great seeing you guys.
You too. And this is Mindy Robinson. Hi, Mindy.
Hola.
How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Do you come to this appearance often?
I do. This is my church, Dark Delicacies. I love it here.
Is it like your church?
It is. It is. I do my
church. I don't know what church you went to. I was raised Catholic, so.
I was raised Catholic too.
Oh God, we escaped. Oh God, that sucked. Oh, guilt.
Are you having fun?
I am having fun. I already did the 1,000 book signings. Now I'm chilling. I've got my swag. I got my movie.
Oh my God.
That's
right. The star of Babes Behind Bars.
Went back in time to do a grindhouse flick. I love it. You can't tell how old the poster is. It looks so authentic. And then of course, Ginger Dead Man.
There you go.
I love it. And then Killjoy, of course. Killjoy right here on it.
What a coincidence. This is John Lechago, director of the Killjoy franchise for Full Moon.
How are you doing, Dave?
I'm good, John. How are you?
I am fantastic. Just happy I found parking and made it in time.
Great. Well, look, let's show some of your other movies here.
Okay, great. Yes. So in this issue number 4 of Delirium Magazine, it's a little retrospective. So I brought out what they talked about: Blood Gnome number 1, Magus number 2, Biosline number 3, and then of course the talk to the Killjoy movies for Full Moon and Charles Band. So.
And there's a forthcoming Killjoy movie too, right?
There is a 4th. We're working on that. Charlie's figuring out a way to finagle the whole thing, and we just have to torture Trent Haga and Victoria DeMar, amongst others, a little bit more. They will not want to make another Killjoy movie after I am done with them.
Well, the whole world is waiting for the next Killjoy movie. Staci Layne Wilson. Hi, I'm David.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent.
Great. So tell me, is this your first D-Day of the B-Movies?
It is indeed, and I'm so excited about the magazine. I think it's going to be a big success. And you got to love the covers, right? I mean, look.
Love the covers.
Right?
Are you good friends with Chris Alexander, the editor of Delirium Magazine?
I never met the man in my life. I have no idea who he is. Is he here?
Now, are you? Have you done a movie for Full Moon?
Not yet. I think it's maybe on the horizon, hopefully.
Well, this is Chris Alexander right here.
Oh, wow. So I should suck up to that guy, right?
Oh, my God. It's the man himself, Chris Alexander, the editor of Delirium Magazine, the editor of Fangoria Magazine, the editor of Gore Zone Magazine, and welcome to Hollywood.
Thank you so much, Mr. DeCoteau, for having me.
Are you having fun?
So far, I am. Now, that could turn on a dime at any time. I doubt it, though, because this is a great group of people. And, of course, we're celebrating our little Bambino, Delirium Magazine, which I've just seen for the first time, issue number 4 today. And I got to say, I am a bit biased, but I think out of the 4 we have done, this is the Gone with the Wind of Delirium Magazines. It is the best one yet.
Hey, Herschel Gordon Lewis movies on the cover. Can't be. I mean, that's a great thing. So tell us a little bit about Delirium Magazine. Was this your idea, or Charles Band's idea, or tell us about how it was birthed?
Well, this happened very organically, and Charlie came to Toronto a couple of years. I'm Toronto-based. Last year, actually, a couple of years ago. It feels like a million years ago. It was only last year, and he got really fucked over in Toronto. Really fucked over by a certain other magazine, which we won't mention. Screwed him over a little bit. So the only reason that he stayed was to sit down with me and have a drink and a bite to eat. We ended up closing the steakhouse talking about movies, and I'm a big junkie for film history and listening to Wild West tales of the pioneering B-movie filmmakers. So I just sat there absorbing all this great stuff from Charlie. And the idea about doing a magazine centered around, the peripherals of B-movie culture came up. And Charlie seems to be like a gambling man, and so if he likes the idea, he's like, yeah, let's do it. It's great, let's do it. And within a few weeks, Delirium literally was born. So it was our idea, joint effort, brains together, melding together to come up with this idea. It was Charlie's name. He came up with the name. And yeah, within like a month, we had issue number 1 was born. And I think that what the great thing about Delirium is that unlike Fangoria, which is chained to history, 35 years, and it's like an albatross around your neck where you have to placate, like 3 or 4 generations of fans. Delirium is new and fresh and experimental. So it's a new magazine. I don't know which way the pendulum's going to swing with it, but whichever way it's going now, I'm really digging. And I think it's going to have a bright, bloody future.
That's fantastic. Well, welcome to Hollywood. Oh my God, it's the legendary Mick Garris. Mick Garris. Welcome to D-Day of the B-Movies.
Thank you, David. Good to see you.
So, are you having fun?
Nothing but. This is my favorite horror store, Dark Delicacies, Burbank, California.
It's the best. And it looks like you got a present there from one of the fans that came by to get an autograph.
There was an ultra Hocus Pocus fan here. Hocus Pocus was a movie I wrote years and years ago, and he brought me a set of the storyboards for Hocus Pocus, which I'd never seen before because I wrote it 8 years before they shot it. So.
Wow.
Generous gift.
I'm a big fan of your post-mortem TV show. You said that it's been relaunched. Tell us a little bit about the website and what the new site is like.
Well, I've got all of the post-mortem interviews that we did a couple of years ago and interviews I did on the Z channel, an LA pay TV channel over 30 years ago. Some of them are the same guests. William Friedkin, 30 years apart. John Landis, 30 years apart, people like that. So I'm posting them all on a website so that people around the world can see it because no one could see it outside of the U.S. first. So it's at mickgarrisinterviews.com.
mickgarrisinterviews.com. I know where I'm going to go as soon as I get home and get on my computer. I can't wait. I love Postmortem. It was my favorite show on FearNet. It's the only reason I watch FearNet. So, Mick, you're also a film historian. You've had involvement in numerous classic horror movies such as The Fog. We were talking a little earlier, and you said that you were a publicist for Avco Embassy?
Yeah, Avco Embassy. I worked on The Fog and The Howling and Escape from New York, and then moved over to Universal and worked on E.T. and Poltergeist and The Thing and Videodrome. So, yeah, I did a lot of making-ofs and specialized publicity, things like that.
So, and you're the man behind the Masters of Horror. You were able to corral the kings of horror, got them all to do an episode of television under a television schedule. So not only are you a writer, publicist, I think you're probably one hell of a producer, too. Tell me a little bit about how Masters of Horror was birthed.
Well, we started having these dinners of horror directors getting together just as a social thing, but we'd run into each other at things like this or conventions or film festivals around the world and always say, we ought to get together and have dinner and all that. And realized nobody was going to do that, so I decided to, and we started doing it. First one, there was a dozen of us. It was Guillermo del Toro, Tobe Hooper, John Landis, Wes Craven, all these people. And then we've been doing it for over 10 years, and we started talking about kind of being in control of our own future. Wouldn't it be great to have creative control over something? So I thought, okay, you guys, if you'll agree to do this, I will pitch it as a 1-hour weekly series where, we'll give you complete creative control to come up with what you want. And so everybody agreed to do it. We pitched it to 3 companies. All of them wanted to do it. Anchor Bay said, how much and when can we start? And we were off and running.
That's amazing. So now you have a lot of projects cooking right now. How does one keep up with you and find out what you're doing and what your current projects are?
I'm on Facebook. That's probably the easiest way. I don't spill all the beans, but most of them are there. So.
Terrific, Mick. Well, thank you for coming today. It was an honor sitting next to you during this, and I'm a big fan of yours and always have been. And we got to get Postmortem back on the air with all new interviews. I can't wait.
Well, we'll find somebody to take it.
Okay, good. Axelle, Carolyn. Hi, I'm Dave DeCoteau.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So tell us, is this your first D-Day of the B-Movie signing?
It is, yes. Although I've been here just to visit friends who were signing, but it's the first time I'm on this time.
Great. Terrific. So you're in the latest issue of Delirium 4, The Haunting of Axelle. Tell us a little bit about your movie.
It's called Soulmates. It's coming out next month on DVD and VOD. It's a ghost story that I wrote and directed. It stars Anna Walton, who's in Hellboy 2, and she's fantastic, and Tom Wisdom, who is the lead in the new TV series on Sci-Fi, Dominion. And it's a very old-fashioned English, atmospheric kind of ghost story.
Great, terrific. Well, great. Thanks for coming today. And are you having fun?
Yeah. This is great. I mean, great people. Mick, Garris, and Jeffrey Combs and all. This is awesome.
Is that Jeffrey Combs over there? Jeffrey Combs, the legendary Jeffrey Combs. How you doing, my friend?
You know you're in trouble when people put legendary in front of your name.
Well, you're a legend here at Dark Delicacies, and you're a legend at D-Day of the B Movies and at Full Moon. We've been there since the birth of Full Moon, doing all these great movies, and welcome.
It is great to be here. I wish Charlie were here. I could have given him some harassment. Shit.
Yeah, he's a little under the weather. I'm sure you heard the story. That's why I'm doing this today.
Charlie, dude, come on, bounce back. I know you will.
Jeffrey Combs, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that wraps up the vidcast for D-Day of the B Movies, the Delirium Magazine issue number 4 launch. And remember, Dark Delicacies, the best horror boutique in the world. It's in Burbank, California. Go to darkdel.com. And we have signings here. They have signings here every weekend, but every 2 months we have D-Day of the B Movies that launches every issue of Delirium. Go to fullmoonstreaming.com and subscribe. It is the greatest. It's Netflix for lunatics, so just go. And if you want some great DVDs and some great Blu-rays, some beautiful new Blu-rays of Full Moon movies, go to fullmoondirect.com or go to amazon.com, and most of these DVDs are available through Amazon Prime. And anyways, we'll see you on the next vidcast.